In the heart of Cleveland, Ohio, a sinister house on Seymour Avenue masked a decade-long nightmare that would appall the globe. Meet Ariel Castro, a man whose name would become synonymous with the grotesque realities of human nature. But before he was a terrible beast, he was a man whose abusive relationship with his wife, Grimilda Figueroa, laid the alarming foundations for the horrors that were soon to unfold. His brutality was not confined within his home, but it seeped into his surroundings, affecting his children and creating a horrific trail of trauma. As the shadows of his past grew darker, a malevolent plan began to form in Castro's mind. A plan that would make Seymour Avenue a label etched in notoriety. Enter Michelle Knight, Amanda Berry, and Gina DeJesus. Three women whose lives' trajectory were destined to intersect in the most heart-wrenching manner. Michelle Knight was an ambitious artist. She had an indomitable spirit that still shone despite an arduous childhood. She dreamed of owning an art studio, a place where she could pour her heart out on canvas and escape her troubled world. Her past difficulties allowed people to easily believe that she had merely run away when she disappeared. She had an abusive childhood, a child born out of trauma, and a son taken away by social services. Her life was a series of tragic events. Then there was Amanda Berry, a vibrant teenager filled with energy and zest for life. She craved to be a renowned fashion designer and envisaged a world filled with color through her designs. She held the world at her fingertips, with dreams of making her mark in the creative world. Gina DeJesus, on the other hand, was a quiet but resolved girl. She had dreams of becoming a nurse, an aspiration that stemmed from her innate desire to those in need. Her heart was as large as her dreams. Each had their own hopes, their own lives, their own unique stories to tell. However, Castro, with his deceiving charm and ruthless deceit, had different, sinister plans for them. He lured them into his wicked web, each with a different enticement. For Michelle, it was the innocent promise of a puppy. For Amanda, a simple ride home. And Gina, she was deceived because she was friends with Castro's daughter. These women, each vibrant and filled with dreams ready to unfurl, were trapped, not realizing that the man they trusted was about to morph into their direst nightmare. Within the ominous walls of the house on Seymour Avenue, Castro fabricated a world that was governed by his rules, his whims, and his cruelties. The women were reduced to mere ghosts of their former selves, their lives controlled at every turn by the man who had cruelly stolen their freedom. Their lives, once filled with vibrant dreams and aspirations, were abruptly disrupted and plummeted into a realm of unimaginable torment. Behind the walls of Ariel Castro's house, a grim reality unfolded. A chilling tale of human endurance, resilience, and survival emerged from the heart of Cleveland, Ohio. Picture a decrepit house on Seymour Avenue, where three young women were held captive for nearly a decade. Michelle Knight, Amanda Berry, and Gina DeJesus, each lured with different tactics, found themselves ensnared in a web of abuse and terror. In the beginning, they were kept locked in the basement, a place devoid of sunlight or warmth. Later, they were moved upstairs, confined to rooms with only a small hole to slide food in and out, a constant reminder of their captivity. The rooms were not just physical prisons, but mental ones as well. Castro subjected these women to cruel mind games, twisting their reality and keeping them in a state of constant fear. But it wasn't just the mental torment that these women meddling. The physical and sexual violence was relentless, with Ariel Castro's assaults occurring almost daily, a brutal routine that added to their torment. The echoes of their torment filled the house, a chilling soundtrack to their nightmare. Among the many horrors endured by these women was Amanda Berry's pregnancy. Forced to give birth in the crudest of conditions, on a kiddie pool, Berry brought her daughter Jocelyn into the world. Michelle Knight, despite her own trauma, assisted in the delivery, a poignant display of solidarity and resilience in the face of their shared nightmare. Yet, in this house of horrors, amidst the continuous fear and control, these women found a way to survive. Learned to hide their inner feelings, to mask their turmoil. They built walls around their hearts, not to keep the world out, but to protect what was left of their spirit. It was a desperate bid for survival, a testament to their enduring strength and resilience. Despite the constant fear and control, The women learned to hide their inner feelings, masking their turmoil in a desperate bid for survival. They held on to hope, even in the darkest corners of Ariel Castro's house. The decade of darkness, punctuated by Castro's frequent assaults, was a testament to their will to survive and a chilling reminder of the monster that lurked on Seymour Avenue. After a decade of despair, an unexpected opportunity emerged. It was a day, May 2013. The air was dense with the feeling of something about to break. Ariel Castro, the beast from Seymour, slipped up. He left the house unlocked. It was a ray of light in an otherwise dim world. Amanda Berry, who had been imprisoned for years, spotted her opening. With her pounding like a drum and bravery capable of shifting mountains, she seized this golden opportunity. Setting aside years of terror and torment, Berry embarked on her audacious escape. She ran, carrying the weight of a decade's worth of suffering, but also a desperate hope. She made it past the confines of the House of Horrors, into the open, into the world. It was then that her calls for help, a plea that echoed through the air, were heard by a man named Charles Ramsey. Ramsey, a neighbor, caught the desperate cries and played a pivotal role in the women's escape. He assisted Berry, helping her break down the door to freedom. The cry that pierced the silence of Seymour Avenue summoned the police, who raced to the scene, breaching the House of Horrors. Michelle Knight and Gina DeJesus, the other captive women, were liberated. In the face of unimaginable adversity, the courage of these women and the decisive actions of Charles Ramsey ended Ariel Castro's reign of terror. The story of Ariel Castro serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind closed doors. The aftermath of his heinous crimes sent shockwaves through the community, forever marking the lives of his victims and those around them. Yet, in the face of such unimaginable horror, the strength and resilience of Michelle Knight, Amanda Berry, and Gina DeJesus emerged. They bravely faced their ordeal, transforming their pain into power. They reclaimed their lives, rising from the ashes, embodying an extraordinary spirit of survival. Their story of survival stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity in the face of unthinkable evil. Ariel Castro's reign of terror finally came to an end, but the aftermath of his crimes lingered, casting a long, dark shadow over Seymour Avenue. The wheels of justice turned swiftly, and Castro was brought to trial. The court handed down a sentence befitting his monstrous deeds: life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, plus 1,000 years. This ruling served as a grim reminder of the decade-long nightmare endured by Michelle, Amanda, and Gina. The trial was a raw, emotional roller coaster for the victims and the community. It was a moment of catharsis, a chance to confront the man who had stolen so much from them. Yet, it also served as a harsh reminder of the horrors they had endured. But Castro's punishment was short-lived. Just a month into his sentence, he was found dead in his prison cell. The man whose name had become synonymous with evil was gone, but the scars he had inflicted remained. The dark tale of Ariel Castro ended within the cold, gray walls of his prison cell. Yet the resilience of his victims, their fight to reclaim their lives, continues to inspire. Their journey is a beacon of hope, a testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity.